Excuses are the invisible walls we build around ourselves, keeping us confined to a life of mediocrity. They're the stories we tell ourselves to justify why we haven't taken that leap, why we haven't pursued that dream, or why we haven't built the life we truly want. But let me ask you, what are excuses worth to you? Are they worth more than your goals, your ambitions, or your financial freedom? Every excuse you make is a step backward from the life you deserve. You say, I don't have the resources, but the truth is that resourcefulness beats resources every single time. You say, I don't have the time, yet you scroll through your phone, binge watch shows, and waste hours doing things that don't add value to your life. Time isn't your problem, it's how you're spending it. Let's get real. Success doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It doesn't knock politely at your door and wait for you to invite it in. Success demands that you chase it. It demands relentless action, courage, and a willingness to face discomfort head on. You can't wish your way to financial freedom. You have to work for it. You have to earn it. Think about your excuses for a moment. Are they valid? Or are they just shields you use to avoid the hard work? Do you want to start a business but claim you don't know how? Learn. The internet is a treasure trove of knowledge for anyone willing to dig. Do you want to invest but think you don't have enough money? Start small. Even $10 invested today is better than nothing. The problem isn't what you lack, it's what you refuse to do. Action is the great separator. It's what turns dreams into reality and plans into results. But here's the catch. Action doesn't wait for motivation. If you're sitting around waiting to feel inspired, you're already losing. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. The moment you take that first step, no matter how small, you ignite a spark within yourself. That spark grows with every move you make, every challenge you conquer, and every excuse you crush.
There are many ways to overcome procrastination. The starting point is to have everything that you need ready before you begin work. It's much easier to get started if you don't have to run around looking for things. A second thing is to make a checklist of every step in the project. Sometimes a project is overwhelming unless you list every single point. Henry Ford once said that the biggest goal can be achieved if you break it down into enough small parts. And then the next key is to do just one small part. Just get started. Just do number one. That may only take you 2 minutes or 5 minutes. And once you start the first one, you get positive feedback in the form of dopamine in your brain, which makes you feel happy and it motivates you to take the next step. And when you take the next step, you get more motivation, which motivates you into taking the next step. So the keys are have everything you need, make a list of every step in the project, especially the big project, and take the first step. All of success is determined by your willingness and your ability to take the first step.
Stop thinking and start doing. Stop planning and start executing. Planning is important, yes, but over-planning is procrastination in disguise. You don't need to see the entire staircase to take the first step. Just start climbing, one step at a time. Do you know what separates the successful from the unsuccessful? It's not talent, luck, or even intelligence. It's execution, the ability to act consistently even when it's hard, even when it's inconvenient, and even when every fiber of your being wants to quit. The world doesn't owe you success. It doesn't owe you financial freedom, but it does reward those who take action. Every dollar you earn, every investment you make, every skill you learn, it all starts with a decision to execute. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you the life you want on a silver platter. You have to build it yourself. You don't have to be extraordinary to start. You just have to start to become extraordinary. People often overestimate what they can do in a month, but underestimate what they can achieve in a year of consistent, focused effort. The secret lies in persistence. Each small step you take compounds over time, turning dreams into reality. Your financial freedom isn't some distant, unattainable goal. It's the sum of the choices you make every single day. Skip the latte and invest that $5. Cut the distractions and spend an hour learning about compound interest or creating a side hustle. These decisions might seem small, but over time, they snowball into monumental change. Discipline, not motivation, will determine your success. Motivation is fleeting, like a gust of wind. It comes and goes. Discipline is the anchor that keeps you moving forward, even on the days when you don't feel like it. And let's face it, there will be days you don't feel like it. Those are the days that count the most. The days you show up when it's hard are the days that separate winners from losers. Think about this. Every time you choose an excuse, you're making a choice to stay the same. But every time you choose action, you're making a choice to grow. Success doesn't require perfection, it only requires consistency. Show up. Take the first step and then take another. Before you know it, you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. Fear is what keeps most people stuck. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of stepping outside their comfort zones. But fear is a liar. It's a story your mind tells you to keep you safe. The truth is, the only thing worse than failing is never trying at all. Failure is a lesson, a stepping stone, a necessary part of growth. Regret, on the other hand, is a heavy chain that weighs you down for the rest of your life. You have to understand that failure isn't final, it's feedback. Each misstep teaches you something valuable. Each setback prepares you for the next step forward. The most successful people in the world have failed more times than you've even tried. The difference is they didn't let failure stop them. They used it to fuel their growth. So ask yourself, what's stopping you? Is it fear, doubt, a lack of resources? Or is it simply the story you keep telling yourself about why you can't? Change the story and you'll change your life. Tell yourself you can. Tell yourself you will. Then back it up with action. The truth is that success doesn't discriminate. It doesn't care about your background, your past mistakes, or how hard your life has been. Success only cares about one thing, what you're willing to do today to move forward. Are you willing to push past the discomfort, past the excuses, and past the fear? Because that's what it takes. Every excuse you make is just another barrier between you and the life you want. Break it down. Destroy it. Refuse to let it stand in your way. You've probably heard people say, I don't have the skills or I don't have the connections. But let me tell you something. The most successful people in the world didn't start with everything handed to them. They didn't wait for the perfect opportunity. They created it. They built their skills through relentless effort. They networked by showing up, by offering value, and by refusing to quit. They didn't wait for someone to hand them a seat at the table. They built their own table. Your time is now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year, right now. Every second you delay is a second you'll never get back. Time is the most valuable resource you have, and unlike money, you can't earn more of it. How are you spending your time? Are you investing it in your future, or are you wasting it on distractions and comfort? Comfort is a trap. It feels good in the moment, but it leads to stagnation. Growth lives on the other side of discomfort. If you're not willing to be uncomfortable, you're not willing to grow. Think of discomfort as a sign that you're on the right path. If it's hard, it's because you're doing something that matters. Lean into it, embrace it, let it shape you into the person you need to become. The most successful people understand this. They've mastered the art of delayed gratification. They sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term gains. They don't spend their time chasing dopamine hits from social media or binge-watching TV. They spend it building, creating, learning, and executing. And that's why they win. Do you want financial freedom? You have to earn it. Do you want to build wealth? You have to work for it. There's no shortcut, no magic pill, no secret formula. It's hard work, discipline, and consistency, day in and day out. The question is, Are you willing to pay the price? Because the price of success is far less than the price of regret. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop telling yourself you'll start when you have more time, more money, or more confidence. The perfect moment doesn't exist. It never has, and it never will. The only moment you have is now. Start where you are with what you have and build from there. You don't need to be great to start, but you do need to start to be great. Fear will try to stop you. It will whisper in your ear, telling you that you're not good enough, that you'll fail, and that people will judge you. Let them judge. Let them doubt. None of that matters. What matters is what you believe about yourself. Do you believe you're capable? Do you believe you're worthy of success? If not, start believing it now, because you are.
The purpose is always there. The purpose never leaves us, because the very purpose is you. You are always the purpose. There may be another purpose, like being a SEAL or going to college or whatever, but the main purpose in life is you. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself.
Every day is a fresh start, a blank canvas waiting for you to create something extraordinary. Please don't waste it. Don't let excuses, fear, or self-doubt rob you of your potential. Take ownership of your life. Decide that no matter what obstacles come your way, you will overcome them. Decide that nothing and no one will stop you from reaching your goals. Success isn't about luck or talent. It's about persistence. It's about showing up every single day and doing the work, even when you don't feel like it. It's about keeping your promises to yourself, because every time you follow through, you're proving to yourself that you're capable. You're building trust in yourself, and that trust is the foundation of confidence. You don't need anyone's permission to chase your dreams. You don't need anyone's approval to pursue your goals. The only approval you need is your own. So give it to yourself. Stop waiting for the world to validate you. Stop waiting for someone else to tell you you're good enough. You already are. Your financial freedom isn't just about money. It's about choices. It's about the freedom to live life on your terms, to spend your time doing what matters to you, and to create a legacy that outlives you. But it starts with a decision to stop making excuses and start making moves. Imagine what your life could look like a year from now if you started today. Imagine the progress you could make, the skills you could build, the wealth you could create. Now imagine looking back a year from now and realizing you wasted another year on excuses. Which future will you choose? The clock is ticking. Time waits for no one. The life you want isn't going to wait for you. It's up to you to claim it. It's up to you to take action. Excuses are easy, but they'll cost you everything. Execution is hard, but it will give you everything. So here's the truth. You have everything you need to succeed. The only thing standing in your way is you. Your excuses, your doubts, your fears, they're all illusions. Break through them. Take the first step and then the next. Keep going. No matter how hard it gets or how many times you fall, get back up and keep moving forward. This is your time. This is your moment. The life you want is waiting for you on the other side of your excuses. Burn them down, leave them behind, and execute. Because at the end of the day, excuses won't pay your bills, excuses won't build your dreams, and excuses won't create your legacy. Execution is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Cross it. Take action today. No matter how small, no matter how imperfect, just start. Build momentum. Stay disciplined. Face your fears. And remember, excuses are easy, but execution changes everything. You've got one life. Make it count. The world isn't going to stop for you, but you can start today and make the world stop to notice you. Stop making excuses. Start making moves. Execute now. Thanks for watching Nova Society Finance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like this video and always remember to master your money. Don't let your money master you.